How you doing, everybody? This is Jonathan, and in this video I'm going to answer a question that I'm surprised never came to my own head. It came to me yesterday from Kiyoshi Nakamura, and I think it'll apply to pretty much any personal trainer, but especially personal trainers that are new to the industry. And his question was, hey Jonathan, how have you dealt with friends that are asking and expecting you to write personal workout programs for them for free? I'm sure you've dealt with this, and I've spoken to my coworkers and also other trainers about this. I was explaining to my friends that trainers get paid to do this, and I can't do it for free, but I haven't had much luck with my friends fully understanding that without their feelings getting hurt. Am I doing the wrong thing? Great question. All right, I'm going to invite you to consider a couple of things, all right? The main thing that jumped out when I first read this is asking versus expecting, all right? So the people that are expecting you to write out these programs for free, are you being a doormat? No, but you might have been a doormat in other areas of your life without realizing it. So if you find that you're constantly having to listen to their nonsense stories, or if you're allowing them to be late to meet up with you, or if they're just doing anything where they're not being their best selves around you and you're tolerating it, you are being their doormat. So essentially you just need to stop. You need to kind of put them in their place, and they won't expect as much from you in the future. Now, you may not be a doormat. They may just be the types of people that always get their way by throwing tantrums, emotional fits, or playing the guilt game. And those are the kinds of people that you don't want in your life. All right? You have to understand the difference between pennies and quarters in your life. It sounds to me like you have a lot of pennies. So if you were to ask me for 50 cents and I gave you 50 pennies, you'd be, kind of upset. But it's still 50 cents. Pennies have value, but they don't have much use. And I'm talking about this in terms of friends. Quarters, however, have a lot more value. And I found that as I got older, I just seek out quarters. I may have fewer of them, but I have the same amount of money. And it has more use than it would if I had like 50 pennies. So these people that are expecting a lot of you are the pennies in your life. All right? And essentially, you need to kind of get rid of them. All right, they're really not doing you any good, because they shouldn't be expecting that from you for free if they respect you and what you do. All right, you got to prioritize your friends. All right, understand that you want to give your time to the people that can actually help you. All right, and it's not manipulation in that sense, but success breeds success. Iron sharpens iron. So you push a friend up, they'll pull you up. And then, they'll push you up, and then you'll pull them up. These friends that are expecting you to give them something for free, they just expect you to keep pushing them until you run out of energy, and then they'll find somebody else to ask for a push. All right, so these expecting friends, just get them out. All right? Now, in terms of the friends that are asking, there's a very great book out there called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which I will do a video on in a little bit. And one of the great topics in that book is win-win versus no deal. All right, and essentially says, I'm not going to be doing something for you unless you do something for me. Now, one thing to understand about win-win no deal, this applies to non-emergency situations. So if your friend was choking on a bone and you were going to give them a Heimlich maneuver, you can't say, hey, I'll only save you if you're going to loan me 20 bucks. All right, this is for non-emergency situations. However, if you have a friend that is constantly in emergency situations, constantly running late to something and they need your help, constantly running out of money, constantly running out of resources due to their own irresponsibility, that's a penny in your life, and that's somebody that you want to eliminate. All right, so how do you apply the win-win no deal principle to this? All right, a couple of things. Number one, you can give this person that's asking you, that you find deserving of your time, a 30-day rule of something simple to see if it's worth taking the time out to write a plan for them. So you may say, all right, from now until next month, you have to do 30 burpees a day, or you have to run a mile 3 times a week. On top of that, eliminate your favorite savory food. If it's pizza, eliminate pizza. Eliminate your favorite sweet food. If it's Oreos, eliminate Oreos. And eliminate, if they drink a lot of beer or a lot of like sugared coffees from Starbucks, eliminate that drink. All right, do those 5 things. All right, and then once you've successfully done that in a month, we'll see how far you've come, and then I'll know if you're serious or not. All right, that way, if they're serious, it may not be as much of a strain on you to put together a program. You might actually be impressed with them, and they may actually find that they don't need as much of your help as they thought. Another thing that you can do to apply win-win no deal to this kind of situation is use them as a guinea pig. You can say, all right, hey, listen, obviously I'm working on my training techniques. I wanted to work on my skills in whatever. Why don't you come to the gym at this time when I'm free and I'm available, and then you'll help me work on this while I talk to you about your nutrition and while I talk to you about your plan. Bring a notepad and then you can take notes down. All right, that's win-win no deal. That's putting something on them, and that's where they actually have to work as hard as you work, and you won't feel as bad about working on a program for them because they're actually helping you. The last thing that you can do for these asking friends, and something that I do a lot, is I refer them over to a link. All right, I am a big fan of the BillStar 5x5. It's on stronglifts.com. If you just type in BillStar 5x5 on a Google search, it'll pull up the link, and then I just send them. It's a pre-written program. It works. All right, it shows progressions, and it gives tutorials on how to do the exercises. I say, just do this. All right, talk to me in a month. Once you see that they stuck to it for at least a month, then you know that they're serious, and then maybe you'll be more inclined to want to help them. All right. So those are things that you can do for people that you think might be deserving of your time. But we have to address an overall and holistic view of the world as it pertains to you, Kiyoshi, and that is that you have to learn to put yourself first. All right. The other thing that jumped out at me at your question was that this is part of how trainers pay their bills, so I can't do it for free. You absolutely can do it for free. You just don't want to, and there's nothing wrong with that. All right, I don't want to do something that's going to be a waste of my time, and anything that doesn't bring me forward is a waste of my time. All right. So there's nothing wrong with being selfish, because being selfish and working on self helps you to help others. If I spent all my time as a personal trainer writing programs for everybody that asked me, I would have never gotten to a point where I started my own boot camp. I would have never gotten to a point where I did enough research to put together videos like this, and I could never help you. All right, I helped far more people with these videos than I could have at that little gym that I worked at when I was a personal trainer. So don't be afraid to put yourself first, and don't be afraid to just say no. Sometimes people ask me, I'll qualify them. I'll say, well, why do you want a workout program? Well, I have a vacation coming up in 5 weeks. Stop. I'm not interested. All right. They already know my philosophy. They know my philosophy is, listen, I'm not going to do anything for you in 5 weeks. If you got on something for a year, the next time that summer rolls around and you see the fat rolls, you won't have to. Next time summer rolls around, you won't see the fat rolls, and then you won't have to worry about crash dieting. But again, that's the action of a penny. Where they constantly get themselves into trouble. They ate like crap for the previous 6 months, and they expect you to bail them out. All right. Don't allow pennies into your life. Don't waste time on pennies. All right. Pennies will give you no return. Quarters will give you return. All right. People that say, hey, if you write a program for me, I'll help you put together your website, or if you write a program for me, they actually have to do it. People that are useful and have high value have something to give. Usually when they have something to receive. My clients, whenever they contact me, and they pay me, my bootcamp clients, by email, by text, it usually starts off with, sorry to bother you, but I know you're busy, but would you mind, if you could, would you please? And it usually ends with, I'll pay you, or how much do you want for this extra service? And most times, for these people, because they're great people and of high value, I don't charge them, all right? But I've already established in my life, order. All right, so people know I'm a person of order. I only surround myself with people that are of excellence, and those are not the kinds of people that are going to ask you to write programs for them. So take some time to reevaluate who you're surrounding yourself, with whom you're surrounding yourself. All right, you can't get to the next level in life if you have these leeches constantly asking you for stuff. If nothing else, even if you're not going through the physical aspect of writing out programs, they're just draining you mentally with their nonsense. So, keep them out and move forward. You'll be much better off that way. So, I hope you found this video helpful. I hope I didn't speak too fast for you. Obviously, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, comment below. If you want to show your appreciation, number one, anytime that you click on an ad that either precedes or follows my videos, Jonathan gets paid. or just share this video with your friends, or actually do both. Retweet this video, share it on Facebook, or share it to somebody else in your gym that may be suffering from the same thing and can help them. So, happy holidays. I definitely recommend that you take some time to reevaluate your friends before the new year gets started. I have a lot of new videos coming up. I'll probably shave before I make some new ones, but I was really motivated to help you with this one, and you have a good one.